Hey everyone, welcome to another video. This is my 100 subscribers special, and I know I am already past 100 subscribers. But hear me out, okay? I tried to record this video earlier, before I had 100 subscribers. And then I lost all of the footage because I accidentally quit QuickTime Player while I was recording when I finished, because I thought that quitting it would stop the recording, but it didn't. So I lost all of that footage. So I had to make a whole nother art piece to record so I can make this video. I did not get a good night's sleep. I did not get a good sleep last night because of this, because I needed to get this out, and it's the end of the semester, so I have a lot of things going on. My schedule is pretty crazy right now. So right now on the video, I took a picture of a sketch that I did in my sketchbook, and I put it into my drawing program, which, if you don't know, I use Autodesk Sketchbook. A lot of people have been asking me that I use that drawing program. I have ever since I got my drawing tablet. So I took a photo, put it into the program, and I traced it so that I can have so that, one, it will be quicker, and two, it will look nicer, because it's easier for me to make sketches and drawings in my sketchbook than it is on the computer, although I am getting better at drawing on the computer digitally, so that's good. If you see another photo like you saw earlier that's all colored and is similar, that is the first drawing that I did that I lost all the footage of me making. So they're both similar. They're like sibling pieces, like they're very similar. So I will be taking the colors from that and putting it onto this drawing that I made. Is it a drawing or a painting? I don't know what you call this. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's what the other picture that I have up is of. See, right there. And that's me color picking. Thank you for 100 subscribers. I didn't really think I would get this far, because the things that I'm recording with and the things that I draw, or what I used to draw, was really bad. And I still have a very, very long way to go with my artwork. I look at all of these other artists on YouTube and compare myself to them, and there's a huge gap in skill. You know, some of these people have been drawing for years on end, have gone to art school, have made animations and movies or whatever. And here I am doing it as a hobby. Although what do you call this thing? I'm pretty sure I have been drawing for about 3 years now. So it's all good. Right now I am doing line art, as you can see. So before, what I used to do was I would use something with line variation, with line weight variation. So the lines would vary from being thicker to thinner. And eventually I realized that's not really good for me, because I'm heavy-handed. I'm not that heavy-handed, but I'm still relatively heavy-handed. So using something without line weight variation is probably better for me. This character that I'm drawing, what am I drawing? What am I painting? Well, this is My Hero Academia OC, and she's a vigilante. Her nickname, her hero name, I suppose, is Pacific, like the Pacific Ocean, and her quirk is hydrokinesis. So, the Pacific Ocean, hydrokinesis is the controlling of water. Yeah, it makes sense. I don't know if you can tell, but what I tried with her character design is have her have broader shoulders and wider hips, because I heard somewhere that that's what swimmers generally try to have. I don't know how true that is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I heard. So that's what I tried to put into her character design. So, I have not uploaded in 3 weeks. Why? Because my schedule is hectic and I'm trying to give my sketchbook tour a fighting chance. It's almost at 1,000 views and it's over 100 likes, which really surprised me. That is the most amount of likes that I've ever gotten on a video. Even my first most viewed video does not have that many likes. So, I mean, I don't have any other better sketchbooks than that. All my other sketchbooks are old, so I won't be doing another sketchbook tour for a while, because I'm not even halfway done with my current one. So, that is my most. I don't know where I'm trying to get with this. So, something that I don't like about this program is the fact that there is no, like on Procreate, on iPad, you can select everything that you have drawn and color inside the lines. Like, you can't go outside the lines. But with this one, you can go outside the lines and there's nothing to prevent that quickly. So what I have to do instead is I have to fill the area with gray, as you will see soon, later on. And I have to erase outside of my drawing, and then I can select the area and color inside the lines. But even then, if I were to use a specific, what do you call this thing? What do you call this thing? It blanked out on me. A specific brush, like the paint brush, or what is this one? The inking pen. It's gonna leave weird streaks of lighter parts on it, and it just really looks bad. And the fact that I have to go in manually by hand and erase everything on the outside of my character is very time-consuming and not really practical. But this is a free program, and for what I'm getting, it's really good. I have so many brushes available to me. I can select Copic colors, which is very nice. You have a color wheel. You can have as many layers as you want, as far as I'm concerned. And it's easy to use for a beginner or a noob. And I've had a lot of experience with this art program, so it just works for me. The only downside is the animation tool, if you have seen on my channel, is that I can only use 2 layers for my animation. I also get a background layer, but apart from having a background layer, it really does not help me whatsoever. I use a lot of layers, as you will see in this video when I start coloring and shading and all of that. So the fact that I'm restricted to 2 layers only, there's no sketch layer or anything, just 2 layers in total, is really restricting for me. So yeah, as you can see, I have that, and I can select the gray colored area, and I can color inside the lines. What else is there to talk about? Have I mentioned that my freaking original video got deleted? I cried a lot because of that. Many tears were spilled because I lost all of the footage. I was very devastated because of it. I threw a temper tantrum, and my dog looked at me very strangely, like, why are you this upset? It's just a video. But it's my first ever speed paint, and my first drawing turned out so much better and was so expressive and just looked so amazing compared to what I have here. Last night I made a ton of sketches trying to find something that would even look relatively well compared to my first one, and this was the best thing that I had. Did I mention that I lost all of the footage? All of the gosh darn footage. I'm still very sad about it too. So what do I plan to be doing in the future for my channel? Well, I plan on doing more videos. Maybe, just maybe, I will be doing more speed paints. We'll have to see. My phone's storage is quaking because I recently got a new phone, and I'm already more than halfway filled with my storage. So that really sucks for me. I'm trying to keep as much storage as I can, but we'll see how well that goes for me. I guess we can make this a Q&A too? I don't know. Let's go to my first sketchbook tour, and I'm gonna be reading what the comments have to say, what questions I have. So the first one is, do you ever plan on making drawing tutorials? I myself, as an artist, do not feel qualified enough to make art tutorials, not now at least. Maybe in the future, maybe for this specific drawing program that I'm using, because there are a lot of tips and tricks that I have learned that can benefit a lot of other people. But right now, I do not feel skilled enough to be teaching anyone or explaining things. Also, I'm just really bad at explaining things. So that's my first one. Let's go to my next video, which is a very short animation. This person said, I'm excited to see your future projects. I don't know how far I'm gonna get with those projects, but thank you for your support. Update for channel. Do I even have any comments for this video? I don't think I have. No, I don't have. For some reason, the comments are turned off. I don't know how I turned them off. I don't know how to turn them back on, but it's there. Next one is I have this really crappy untitled animation. This guy said looks cool. What is it gonna be for? Absolutely nothing. I just felt like doing it. I'm a very spontaneous person. If I feel like doing something one day, I'm gonna do it. Next video is poorly shot video showcasing my digital artwork. If you don't know, I have a DeviantArt too, so if you want to see some of my older artworks, you can definitely check that out. People are amazed by my art. Yeah, at this point, at that point, I really did not have any sort of good artworks that I have shown. So that's like showing my real, true, raw skill level there. The next one is a hydrokinesis animated short. And this guy said, what do you use for animations? I once again use Sketchbook Autodesk. It's a free program that you can use for artwork and drawing and limited animation. That's the only question I have on that video. On my sketchbook tour, let's see what people have to ask. Have I watched the rest of Hunter x Hunter? There's like 148 episodes. I watched as many as the shows in the United States for Netflix. So whatever Netflix has, that's what I have watched. I haven't watched anything else of Hunter x Hunter. I'm waiting for them to release more on there. So that's all that I have for questions. Right now I am shading, so let's talk about that. Shading is one of the most fun parts for me to do for digital art because it is much more different than shading on paper. Because you can lower the opacity, it's so much more fun and much more cooler. And I just like the fact that I have to think about what I'm putting down on paper. I mean, yeah, I think about what I'm putting down on paper all the time, but this is just more fun because it's color, and I don't know what else to say about that. So what I do is I make a new layer, and I take like a purple, which I have found to be one of the better colors to use for shading. Blue can also be an option. I take a purple, usually, and I do my first shading layer. So I take the general areas where I think it's going to be darker, and then I shade there, I color with the purple there, and then I blur it. And then I multiply that layer and lower the opacity. Then I make another layer, and I take the same purple, or whatever color I'm using to shade, and I just make a much more harsher, more detailed shading. And I do not blur this layer all the way, and I make sure the opacity there's much more, what's the opposite of less opaque? More opaque? Yeah, there you go. I make sure that the second layer is more opaque because it's going to be much more sharp and detailed. And that's what I am doing, as you can see. I changed my YouTube banner. It used to be something that I made on Google Slides years ago, so I changed that. I don't know if you guys have seen, but I changed it, and I like it so far. Also, if you say, or somebody in the comments says, that the mask that I have is a copy of Dream, you are wrong. For example, I'm pretty sure if you look up this YouTuber called Boffy, he's a Minecraft YouTuber, and you look when his first video was made, or when his channel was made, I think, hold on, let me see, May 19, 2019, and you compare it to Dream's channel, and when he made his first video, come on computer, you're so slow sometimes. Oh, okay then. When was his first video made though? Sort by oldest. 1 year ago. And then you go here to Buffy's, sort by oldest, year ago. So they're about the same one, but Buffy's old YouTube channel banner, he also had a mask. So I don't know if you guys say that my mask is copying off of Dreams. One, apart from seeing him in real life and him having the mask on, he hasn't actually, his actual Minecraft skin does not have a mask on. That's just what artists interpret and design him with. And also, his Dreams and Eyes masks are different. Mine has like a cat mouth and his does not. You can hate all you want, I really don't care at this point. So now I'm just adding details to the background, like a shadow underneath my character and grass. And I am not good with backgrounds. I'm like the opposite of Bob Ross with what we like to do. He likes to oil paint. I have never used oil paint, and I paint rarely. I rarely paint. He likes to draw mountains and trees. Yeah, no, trees, they're the death of me. I cannot. I cannot draw or paint good trees. And mountains, I'm getting better at them, but they still suck. I think using a palette knife and actually painting would be easier than doing it on paper with a pencil, but it's still very difficult for me. So the way that I'm drawing with the flowers is taken from Casey Golden. If you watch a lot of her videos, she does that. Another thing is, if you just watch like a couple of speed paints or people doing digital artwork, you will pick up so many tips and tricks. I've only watched a couple of tutorials, and that is mostly to learn more about the program. But if you just watch speed paints for enjoyment, you will learn so freaking much about how to do digital artwork, how to shade, color theory, what looks good and what doesn't look good, and more. It's just so much. You can learn a lot by watching other people speed paint and whatnot, which is why I want to make this video. People have been asking what drawing program I use, as I've stated multiple times in this video. So making this, it can show people my process, which is why I redid this whole thing, because one, I don't know what else to do for my 100 subscriber special, and two, I've been wanting to do this for so freaking long. I've wanted to do a speed paint for a long time now. I'm just adding some details, adding a semi-white or a cream colored outline behind my character, just to have her pop out more. I'm adding little details to make it more expressive, to be on par with my original artwork, because it's so much more expressive. Have I mentioned that I lost all the footage? I lost all the footage of the gosh darn first artwork. I am still shook from that. Adding little sparkles or dots, color around the frame, just to fill space, making sure everything looks nice, making sure everything looks good. I'm adding highlights, which I really still need to learn. I tried it a while ago, and I still really suck at it, so I really need to up my game with the highlights and get on par with the shadows. And then I make my highlight layer a screen, and then I go ahead and lower the opacity for that. Add my horrible signature, and that's it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and me ranting about whatever else I have ranted about. Me ranting for about 25 minutes. 25 minutes plus. Thank you so much for 100 subscribers once again. It means the literal world to me. And this is the final piece. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button for more, like, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.